Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic that I believe can truly transform our lives. 10 things you should quickly delete from your life, Buddhism. Now, you might be wondering why we're focusing on this subject. Well, the purpose of this video is to help you achieve a more peaceful and fulfilling life by drawing inspiration from Buddhist principles. Buddhism offers timeless wisdom that can guide us toward inner peace and happiness. But these insights are not limited to those who follow Buddhism. They are universal and can be applied by anyone, regardless of their beliefs or background. In this video, I'll be sharing 10 things that, according to Buddhist teachings, we should eliminate from our lives to cultivate a sense of tranquility and well-being. These aren't just abstract concepts, they are practical steps that you can start implementing today. As we go through each point, I encourage you to reflect on your own life and consider how these changes could benefit you. Whether it's letting go of negative thoughts, distancing yourself from toxic relationships, or decluttering your space, each step is designed to help you create a more harmonious existence. So, if you're ready to embark on this journey toward a more peaceful and fulfilling life, stick around. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you find this content helpful. Let's get started. Let's start with something that many of us struggle with daily: negative thoughts. In Buddhism, the mind is considered incredibly powerful, and the thoughts we entertain can significantly influence our well-being. First, let's talk about self-criticism. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "I always mess things up"? These are examples of negative self-talk that can erode your self-esteem over time. The first step in tackling this issue is to identify and acknowledge these harmful thoughts when they arise. Once you recognize them, you can begin to replace them with positive affirmations. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," try telling yourself, "I am capable and I can handle this challenge." It might feel strange at first, but over time, these positive affirmations can reshape your mindset and boost your confidence. Next, let's address the habit of judging others. It's so easy to fall into the trap of looking at someone and making quick judgments based on their appearance or actions. However, this habit can create a lot of negativity in our minds and relationships. When you find yourself judging someone, pause and try to put yourself in their shoes. Practice empathy and understanding instead. Ask yourself, what might this person be going through? Or, why might they be acting this way? By shifting your perspective in this way, you'll find it easier to cultivate compassion rather than judgment. By working on eliminating self-criticism and the habit of judging others, you'll take significant steps toward creating a more positive mental environment for yourself. This not only aligns with Buddhist teachings, but also contributes to a more peaceful and fulfilling life overall. Now, let's move on to a topic that can have a profound impact on our emotional well-being: toxic relationships. Relationships are a significant part of our lives, but not all of them are beneficial. Identifying and distancing ourselves from toxic relationships is crucial for maintaining inner peace. First, we need to identify the signs of toxic relationships. These can often be subtle, but are deeply harmful over time. Common signs include manipulation, where someone tries to control your actions or emotions; constant negativity, where the person is always critical or pessimistic; and emotional draining, where you feel exhausted or stressed after interacting with them. If you find yourself in a relationship where you feel more anxious than uplifted, it might be time to reconsider its place in your life. Once you've identified toxic relationships, the next step is to set clear boundaries. This is essential for protecting your mental and emotional health. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They are about taking care of yourself. For example, if you have a friend who constantly criticizes you, you might say, "I value our friendship, but I need you to be more supportive and less critical." It's important to communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively. Setting boundaries can be challenging, especially if you're dealing with close family members or long-term friends. However, remember that protecting your well-being should always be a priority. You deserve relationships that are uplifting and supportive. By identifying toxic relationships and setting appropriate boundaries, you'll create space for more positive and nurturing connections in your life. This aligns with Buddhist principles of compassion and self-care, helping you move closer to a more peaceful and fulfilling existence. Next, let's talk about the physical clutter that can weigh us down. Unnecessary material possessions. Buddhism teaches the principle of non-attachment, which can guide us in creating a more serene and focused living environment. Have you ever looked around your home and felt overwhelmed by the sheer amount of stuff? This is where the concept of minimalism comes into play. Minimalism isn't about getting rid of everything you own. It's about keeping only what is truly essential and meaningful to you. Start by decluttering one area at a time. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Or, does this item bring me joy or serve a purpose? If the answer is no, consider letting it go. By reducing physical clutter, you create a more peaceful and organized space that can significantly improve your mental clarity and well-being. Our society often promotes constant consumption, making us believe that buying more will make us happier. However, this is rarely the case. The cycle of consumerism can lead to temporary satisfaction, but often results in long-term dissatisfaction and financial stress. Instead of mindlessly purchasing new items, practice mindful purchasing habits. Before buying something, take a moment to reflect. Do I really need this? Or, will this add value to my life? By being mindful about what we bring into our lives, we can avoid unnecessary clutter and focus on what truly matters. By embracing minimalism and mindful consumption, you're not only aligning with Buddhist principles, but also paving the way for a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Less clutter means less stress, allowing you to focus on experiences and relationships that genuinely enrich your life. So, take a step back from the constant urge to acquire more and focus on simplifying your surroundings. You'll find that a clearer space often leads to a clearer mind. Let's now turn our attention to harmful habits that can disrupt our peace and well-being. Identifying and eliminating these habits can lead to a more balanced and mindful life. One common harmful habit is overindulgence. This can manifest in various forms, such as overeating, excessive drinking, or indulging in other substances. While it's perfectly fine to enjoy life's pleasures, overindulgence can lead to physical and mental health issues. Buddhism teaches the importance of moderation and mindfulness in all aspects of life. When you find yourself reaching for that extra slice of cake or another drink, pause and ask yourself, am I doing this out of genuine desire or just out of habit? Practicing moderation helps you appreciate these pleasures more fully without falling into unhealthy patterns. Another harmful habit is procrastination. We all procrastinate from time to time, but chronic procrastination can cause stress, anxiety, and a constant sense of being overwhelmed. It disrupts our mental peace and prevents us from achieving our goals. To overcome procrastination, try incorporating mindfulness techniques into your daily routine. Break tasks into smaller, manageable steps and focus on completing one step at a time. This makes the task feel less daunting and more achievable. Additionally, set specific timeframes for completing tasks and stick to them as much as possible. By addressing overindulgence and procrastination, you can eliminate significant sources of stress and imbalance in your life. These changes align with Buddhist teachings that emphasize mindfulness and moderation, guiding you toward a more peaceful existence. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Small, consistent changes can lead to profound improvements in your well-being. So take the first step today by identifying one harmful habit you'd like to change and start working on it mindfully. You'll be amazed at the difference it can make. Now let's discuss a topic that often brings unnecessary stress and disappointment into our lives: unrealistic expectations. By managing these expectations, we can cultivate a more serene and contented mindset. First, let's talk about the unrealistic expectations we set for ourselves. It's easy to fall into the trap of aiming for perfection or setting goals that are far beyond our current capabilities. While ambition is important, setting unattainable goals can lead to feelings of failure and frustration. Instead, focus on setting achievable, realistic goals. Break your larger aspirations into smaller, manageable steps and celebrate your progress along the way. For example, if you aim to run a marathon but have never run before, start with a goal of running a mile without stopping. Gradually increase your distance as you build your stamina. This approach not only makes your goals more attainable, but also keeps you motivated and positive. Next, let's address the expectations we place on others. Expecting too much from people around us, be it family, friends, or colleagues, can lead to disappointment and strained relationships. No one is perfect, and everyone has their own limitations and challenges. Practice acceptance and understanding instead. Recognize that others may not always meet your expectations, and that's okay. Try to appreciate their efforts and understand their perspectives. When you lower your expectations of others, you'll find it easier to maintain harmonious relationships. By adjusting both your self-expectations and expectations from others, you align more closely with Buddhist teachings on acceptance and compassion. These adjustments can significantly reduce stress and enhance your overall well-being. Remember, life is a journey filled with ups and downs. By setting realistic goals and practicing acceptance, you create a more balanced and peaceful existence for yourself and those around you. Take a moment today to reflect on your expectations and consider how you can adjust them to foster greater peace in your life. To wrap things up, let's take a moment to recap the 10 things you should quickly delete from your life for a more peaceful and fulfilling existence. We've discussed the importance of letting go of negative thoughts, whether it's self-criticism or judging others. We've also explored the necessity of distancing ourselves from toxic relationships and setting clear boundaries to protect our well-being. We then moved on to unnecessary material possessions, emphasizing the benefits of minimalism and mindful consumption. Recognizing and eliminating harmful habits like overindulgence and procrastination can make a significant difference in your mental and physical health. Lastly, we touched on managing unrealistic expectations for both ourselves and others, promoting a mindset of acceptance and understanding. Each of these steps is inspired by Buddhist principles, but can be universally applied to enrich anyone's life. By making these small yet impactful changes, you can cultivate a more serene and balanced existence. I encourage you to start making these changes today. Begin with one area that resonates most with you, and gradually work your way through the list. Remember, it's not about perfection, but about progress. Every small step you take toward eliminating these negative influences brings you closer to a more peaceful life. Thank you for joining me on this journey toward mindfulness and well-being. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content on living a mindful life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What steps are you planning to take first? Until next time, take care and stay mindful.